Hi everyone, this is Dr. Ambati Nageswara Rao, Assistant Professor of Social Work, currently working at Gujarat National University, Gandhinagar. Welcome to my session 3 on qualitative data analysis using NVivo. In this particular session, I'm going to discuss about review of literature using NVivo step-by-step guide. So as a part of today's session, I'll introduce how one can do it, review of literature, how one can find scholarly articles. I can see that there are so many professors we have, and we also have so many UG and PG students and many PhD scholars. I won't take much time to work on how to find scholarly articles, but I'm going to use Mendeley software as we are from afternoon onwards. I'm talking with you all, many of you, well, via WhatsApp group. I'm going to use Mendeley. How one can use import the files, various PDF files, review of literature files, and after identifying the particular resources from different reference softwares, how one can import to NVivo, okay? And after importing the files in NVivo, how one can start coding part. And I'm also going to talk about auto coding, means without spending your time, within a fraction of seconds, whether it's 10 articles, whether it's 50 articles, how NVivo is going to code. So we are going to look at the process. Then in addition to various data visualization tools, we also have certain queries we have it. So what are the queries? How one can use it? How one can report in research as a part of data analysis, as well as a part of writing your literature part. So we are going to discuss some of the important features of NVivo. Okay. Please open your software NVivo. Please open your software NVivo. So today our title of the project is Review of Literature. Okay, so I'm just giving the title Review of Literature. As for your research topic wise, you can give it Review of Literature on. I'm going to deal with the papers in the area of social entrepreneurship or social entrepreneurship education. So I'll just simply type it SCE, Social Entrepreneurship Education is the title of the project that I'm working on it. And you can give the title as per your choice. Okay. And after giving the project title, next, and here I'm not doing auto coding, auto saving. I'm just giving a reminder for every 15 minutes once. You can save it. Okay. You are expecting that NVivo should send you some reminder for 15 minutes once. Yes. Create project. Dear friends, I hope it's clear to all. Now, what happens is I just created a new title. As you can see here, ROL, Review of Literature on SCE, Social Entrepreneurship Education. Now, in order to import the files in NVivo, there are two different ways one can import it. One is you can go directly to the import. You can import the files, whether it is 100 files, 20 files, or 50 files. Okay, just go to particular destination of the file. Okay, and you can easily open particular files that you want to import it. Okay. So what are the files that you want to import? One can easily select it, one can import it. That way it will come. Now, this is the same procedure what we have done yesterday. But today I'm going to discuss a new way how one can import the files. Now, imagine that I'm just trying various articles to import. Okay. We have Google Scholar, ResearchGate, various journal publications. Those are having access to Scopus, Web of Science, and they also have software. I'm sure many of you might be knowing it. Publish and Perish. There are so many engines, search engines we have it. So many sources we have it. In addition to that, we also have like reference sources, software references, like Mendeley. Within Mendeley, Mendeley Web, Mendeley Desktop. Mendeley is an application, is a website. We can also, and you can also have desktop version. Those are having desktop version, please open it. Please open your desktop version, whether it is Mendeley, whether it is EndNote, whatever you have it. I haven't used other than Mendeley. I'm really sorry for that. Okay, just after opening this Mendeley desktop, I'm talking about desktop. Okay, now I just want to import a couple of files that I have saved. This is my Mendeley account, my account. I have shared a lot of materials going through Mendeley. You'll find most of the recent publications also. Okay, in case your university is not having access to many of the journals, one can create a Mendeley account, one can access it. I'm not going to discuss about that part right now. Right now, what I'm going to discuss is that how one can import files from Mendeley account. So this is my account. These are the files that I have added it in my account. Okay, these are some of my publications, or maybe recently I was going through some of the articles. Okay, okay, these are the files I was searching. Okay, and there are so many articles that I have downloaded it and added to my library. Okay, now I want to import this particular articles directly to my NVivo account because I want to do review of literature part. I want to do review of literature part. So I'm just looking at what our publication have. So what I'm just doing it, once we decide the publications that you want to import it, okay? Once we decide the publication that you want to import it, ensure that the PDF files are there in your Mendeley website. As you can see here, this particular column, these are the PDF files are available in this particular Mendeley. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to select the articles that I want to import it. If I want to import all the files, you can select it at a time. But there are related to my publications, also related to the area that I'm looking for it. For example, I'm going to select the articles only related to social entrepreneurship education point of view, okay? Or social entrepreneurship point of view. So just keep your cursor, shift button, and select which are the articles that you want to select it. Okay. So these are some of the articles I'm selecting. This much I'll select it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have selected 5 articles. And please ensure that these particular PDF files are available in the particular web Mendeley desktop. Okay, you already added to your library. Now, after selecting the particular files that you want to import to NVivo, just right click. Just right click after selecting the articles. Right, just there's an option called export. There's an option called export. Now you are showing that export the files that you want to import to your NVivo. Now, as you can see that there's a new dialog box, export selected documents. Now where you want to save this particular file. Right now I'm keeping it as a part of the in desktop so that we can easily track it. So desktop. Now, after choosing the destination where you want to export, give the file title, name of the file. I'm just giving title as Social Entrepreneurship Education in short form, SEE. Another important aspect, save as. You need to select RIS. That is nothing but Research Information Systems. Dear friends, once you select the articles that you want to import to NVivo, just right click. You will see the option called export. The moment you click on the export, there are 2 options. One is export PDF, second one is export selected documents. Now just select export selected documents and you will get this particular dialog box. Now go to particular destination where you want to save this particular file. And after that, just give the title. When it comes to save as, please select Research Information System, that is RIS. Okay. Just click on save. Just click on save. Just close this particular window. Just close Mendeley Webex, Mendeley desktop. Now, what I'm going to import the files. After going to NVivo, just go to import option. In ribbon bar, there is option called import. There is option called bibliography. This option called bibliography. Just click on bibliography and you will find list of options. For example, I have Mendeley account, so I'm importing the articles from Mendeley. Some of our friends, they have account in EndNote. Some of them might be using, I think, as per the poll also. Many of you are using Jotaro also, right? We have a number of people. So it depends on the version that you are using it, the reference software. Go to particular software from where you want to import your files. Okay. Now I'm just clicking on Mendeley. Now you have to go to particular destination from where you want to import the files. So select the particular file. Just click on open. Now it is showing that import from Mendeley. For the sake of simplification, I just selected only 5 files. You can also import 100 files, 50 files. It depends on your number of files that you have explored, number of files that you finally want to do review of literature part. Okay. Now here you're not going to make any changes here. Sometimes if you don't like title, if you want to keep it as author and year, you can keep changing it as per the timing. But basically it will come how we have typed, how we have saved in your Mendeley. That way only it will come. Okay. So just click on import. Just click on import. At the bottom, you can see the progress bar. Look at my cursor. At the bottom, you can see the progress bar. Importing files. I'll take after 2 minutes, after 5 minutes questions. Please follow the steps. Look at the files. This is the progress bar. Now here, I have imported the files. I have imported the 5 files. Okay. Now, just open this particular file, what it is. Then next, let me go to next file. So this is the title of the file is Citizen Education and Academic Literacy, Social Market Economy. Okay. I'll open one more file. The Grand Inquisitor, adding an ethical component to the teaching of non-market entrepreneurship. So what I'll do, for example, after importing, imagine that we have imported around 50 files or 10 files. Now, generally what we do as a researcher, we'll go through the abstract. Of course, before importing into NVivo, we have imported NVivo because you decided that this is one of the best literature review, or it is the right literature review, which you are going to review it, right? So we are going to skim the entire literature review. We go through the abstract. Once we decide that this particular article is going to help you, you start reading literature review, and entire article start writing it. While reading it, I felt that this particular point is very important. I want to write it as a part of my research work, right? So I want to code it. I want to give the coding part. Before going to how to code, friends, is it clear, first of all, how to import the files? Okay. So today what we did, just we have imported files in two different manners. One is manually importing files from the particular folder, which are already saved on your desktop. Second one, importing the files from reference manager like Mendeley, Jotaro, or EndNote, right? Now, what I'll do, I'll just show you first a couple of papers, how other scholars are writing different papers, and what is the use of using NVivo for writing review of literature paper. Okay. I'm going to share my screen. Just give me 5 seconds. Yeah, you can see this particular file. Policy analysis on recycling of solid waste resources in China. Content analysis method. I'll be talking about content analysis later on, but right now just look at it. It is a part of review of literature based paper. Okay. So by using NVivo, we can come up with various data visualization tools. We can come up with a tree map or tree map, hierarchy charts, okay, mind map, which I'm going to discuss with you all. And we can also, yesterday, one of our colleagues was asking whether I can use, I can do mixing method research. Yes, you can do mixed method research, but you can prepare only charts, graphs, frequency tables, cross comparisons, cross tabulations. Okay, one can do that part. So these are some of the stuff one can create by using Mendeley. And at the end of the day, as a researcher, you are going to use your skill, your knowledge. Mendeley is on NVivo is only is going to facilitate, is going to reduce your work. Okay, and one can also do it sentiment analysis. Okay, thematic coding, sentiment coding also one can do it, like very negative, more negative. I'll talk about it, all this stuff. And this is automatic coding with regard to sentiments. This is one paper. Second one, we have sports tourism as a catalyst for achieving sustainable development goals. Actually, this is part of content analysis, but basically it is as a part of review of literature paper. Okay, so they have looked at it various newspapers, news articles for a particular period of time, and what they're talking about sports events and how sports events help us to achieve sustainable development goals. Okay, I'll be sharing these particular papers with you all. You can also go through that. How one can use NVivo to identify the themes, codes. Okay, so these are some of the papers, and I have shared few more papers as well in our Google Drive. So just go to Mendeley. Before going to manual coding, as we already imported the files here, I'll go with the auto coding part. There are two ways one can do the coding: manual coding, auto coding. First, we'll start with the auto coding part. We have files that are related to entrepreneurship, education, and social entrepreneurship point of view. We have it. Okay. Now, I just want to, in case as a researcher, generally what we do, for example, I have this particular paper. I want to review this particular article. Okay. So what I'll do first, I'll go to the title. Looking at the title, I felt that, okay, this particular article is going to help my research work. So I just decided to read this particular article. After reading the abstract, I'll understand that definitely is going to help me out. And I start taking some important points. How I will do, for example, there is a concept called coding. Means whatever you think something is going to be very important or you want to write include as a part of your article, you are going to come out with some coding. For example, on the day one, as a part of data analysis, first thing is we are going to identify certain codes. Once you start familiarizing your data, once you start understanding the literature that you're going through, whatever you felt something is very important or something has to be included in your research. For example, I felt this particular sentence is very important for me. I want to give the coding part. So what you have to do is first activate the codes. Just click on the codes. Just activate this particular code. Now you can see that one option, middle. This is a navigation list. Whatever you're seeing here, this is the first left side. There is a navigation. Whatever you're seeing right side, that is a detailed window or detailed view. Right now, what you're seeing in codes, this is nothing but list view or list window. So right now we have three windows. This is a navigation window. This is a list window. This is a detailed window. Now I have activated codes. I'm going to do coding part. Now I felt this particular part is very important for me. I want to code. Okay. Now the topic of social innovation is not new. It has attracted the attention of civil society organizations and scholars from different disciplines and witnessed the growing body of academic literature in sociology, economics, management studies, and interdisciplinary. So I'm just talking about the topic of social innovation, which is not new. So I just want to write this particular article, this particular line in my research work. So what I'll select this particular file, just right click on it, just right click. You will see the option called code selection. After selecting the particular line that you want to code, just right click with your mouse. You will see the option called code selection. Now we are going to give the title to this particular line. So I'm going to write it. Here are different disciplines what is the code I can give here? I'm going to give the code as social knowledge contribution, or whatever you feel, about the particular sentence, knowledge contribution. Okay. So create new code. Now, once we click on the create new code, this particular code will be activated. Give the title that you want to give to the code. After giving the title, just click on code selection to new code. Now you can see that there is a new code that I have created it. So again, I'll start going through further. I felt this particular paragraph is very important again. I'll select the particular file, the particular line, right click, and you will see the option called code selection. And you're going to give that new title based on your understanding about this particular paragraph. Okay. For example, I'm saying that social problems is one new code. Social problems is one new code. Now, this is one way of giving the codes. Now, you can see that there are two new codes. Here, if you observe here, this is the name of the code. This is the name of the code. That is, social problem is one code. Knowledge contribution is one code. And it is coming from one particular file. Name of the file is, this is a particular file, Social Innovation Practices in Sustainable Waste Management. Reference is nothing but from where I got this particular line, this particular code. For example, I'm just double clicking on this particular reference. It is showing the line from where I have selected it. Reference is the one from where I have selected this particular code, showing the particular paragraph. For example, imagine that here we have around 10 codes, or 15 codes, or 20 codes. Now, if you go to reference part, you'll get all the references in a particular place. After coding, what you'll do, you'll just copy everything. You'll just copy all the references and you'll copy it in a Word document. And you'll start copying it and you'll start reading it. Okay, you'll start copying and you'll start reading, because all the codes related to, all the references related to social problems will be placed in a particular place. Then based on that, you'll start reading, understanding importance of each reference that you have copied, coded. I'll show you one more method. Right now, what I did, I have selected the particular text that I want to code. Okay, by code selection. Now, what I'll do, imagine that I'll do one more code. While reading it, I felt one more sentence related to social problem only. I felt one more while reading it, this particular statement. I already coded about social problem, but this particular statement also related to social problems only. So in that case, what I can do is that just right click on it. Just right click. There is option called code to recent codes. Code to recent codes. Just click on code to recent codes. It shows the list of the codes that you have already done. Now, the statement that I selected right now, it is related to social problems. So code to recent code, just click on social problems. Now you can see that there are two references. I'm just going to references. I'll double click on it. Okay. You can see that there are two references here. Now, first I will do auto code. Then I will talk about manual coding. Okay. I'm just closing this particular option. There are a couple of points I want to discuss about Miss Madhura. Please wait for 5 minutes. Okay. I'm just going for auto coding. Just go to particular files. These are the files I want to go for coding, auto coding. Okay. Now select the files that you want to. Now I got the option. It has been more than 15 minutes since your last save. Just click on save. Select the files that you want to auto code. Shift plus down arrow. After doing shift plus down arrow, means the files are selected, these files are activated. Now you can see that in the home ribbon button, there is option called auto code. There is option called auto code. Just click on auto code. Now you can see that step 1, auto code wizard. It is giving number of options. Identify themes, identify sentiments. First, we'll go with identify themes. By default, is already selected. So select identify themes. Click on next. You started identifying the themes from your literature that you have imported in your NVivo. So it has done coding, whether it is 10 files, whether it is 100 files, whether it is 50 files. It has done coding, it has done identified themes. Right now, in this particular step 2 of 4, what are we seeing right now? These are the themes, NVivo identified the themes. For example, here we have entrepreneurship is a theme. I just want to know under entrepreneurship, how it has given coding. So just click on plus button. Under entrepreneurship, it identified the codes like this: social entrepreneurship education, social entrepreneurship literature, arts entrepreneurship, social entrepreneurship courses, social entrepreneurship concern of. So whatever is related to entrepreneurship, it coming under particular theme. That is, name of the theme is entrepreneurship. All the courses belongs to entrepreneurship, social entrepreneurship are considered under one particular theme. Let's take, for example, business. Look at the business, social entrepreneurship business model, workers business, keeping business, social business models. All right. So you can also cross verify how it has done coding part. Okay. Like, for example, sustainable. Let me look at what is sustainable here. I'm just clicking on the plus button. Environmental sustainability, sustainable development goals, sustainable financing. So the terms related to particular theme, they are kept it under one particular umbrella. Okay, these are the containers. Sustainable development is one particular theme. Under sustainable theme, we have codes like this. These are the codes we have it. Okay, now after cross verifying, once you check it, what you can do, simply click on next. Now select how your text passages will be coded. Now it is asking how you want to code. Generally, we'll use code it as a sentences. Code it as a sentences, not as a part of paragraph. How finally should code the text? We have sentences. From the sentences, you have to give the coding. Okay. Just click on code sentences. Click on next. Now we are doing the coding where you want to save the particular codes. So select coded, auto-coded themes, activate auto-coded themes, then click on finish. You need some patience, please wait. I think almost done it is, 100% coding is done. It is going to present in the form of hierarchy charts. Our friends, those who has completed it, you must be seeing the chart. The name of the chart is hierarchy chart. Right now, you are able to see that this is hierarchy chart. If you can look at the right side, this is the hierarchy chart. Okay. Now, I was talking that business is the theme. Within business, we have so many codes. It is presenting in the form of chart. One can present this particular chart in your research review of literature. Now, somebody can ask, sir, how it is going to help me out? Now, imagine that you are doing literature review. You are going to identify certain codes, themes. What is the most frequent words are occurring? What are the most frequent concepts are emerging in this particular literature? Now, just go to summary part. Right now, what you're seeing, this is a hierarchy chart. Whatever right now you're seeing, that is hierarchy chart. Now, if you look at this particular dark color, for example, innovation in green color, it is in dark, whereas planned innovation is in a light green color. Similarly, this is gray color, dark color, there is a theme. Whatever is in the light color, there are the codes. Okay. Now, I want to go to the summary of this particular entire view of literature. It is presenting how it has done coding. What are the number of words, items we have, number of aggregate of the codes. If you feel this particular summary is not helping you, what I suggest that just come to this particular auto-coded themes. It's presenting the data in the form of table. Now, if you keep your cursor down and it is looking very big table, I can't present in my chapter or PhD report as well, right? So what I will do, there is option called transpose. There is option called transpose. Just click on this particular option. Now you can able to see the data in a particular single file and in single page. One can easily copy it and it is processing. Please wait for some time. Now, what I want to say that this particular chart, one can save, file it. I mean, you can copy it in your Word file or PDF. You can put it as a part of your research paper, and you can tell that what are the papers codes are emerging from each author, from each paper.
Sir, I'm not getting matrix tab.
If you don't like for this particular color, there are a couple of options are available. For example, I'm not liking this particular color, so I can select this particular colors. Okay, I can explore a few more options, whichever color you want to highlight. Now, there are a number of options are available. Okay, as I mentioned at the beginning of the session, beginning of the workshop, whatever I'm going to discuss, it is going to be hardly 10% of the workshop content. Rest everything depends on how much you are going to explore. For example, right now I'm talking about number of cores, frequency, but I want to see percentages. So there is an option called row percentage. There is an option called row percentage. Just click on row percentages. You can able to see row percentage. Means as a researcher, you are going to talk about out of your existing literature, what are the major concepts are emerging, how frequently they have emerged it. Okay, and you can present in the form of percentages. Like otherwise, you can also present in the form of column percentage, or you want to see in the form of votes. Okay, and there are so many things one can do. Just only thing is one has to explore. Apart from it, I also wanted to discuss one important aspect. After coming to compared by number of coding, I'm going back to again hierarchy chart. I have activated hierarchy charts. Now here there are two more options. I can present the same data in the form of tree map. This is the tree map that you're seeing. There's one more option, sunrust. This is the sunrust. Means what you're seeing, business, entrepreneurship, innovation, problems, these are the themes. These are in dark color. There are so many other themes also, but it is not able to present it. But the wider circle are the codes, which are in light color. The inner circle are the dark color. They are the themes we have. Now, this is tree map, or you can call it hierarchy chart. Okay. Now, what I'll do, I'll just go to particular theme. I just want to see what they're talking about business, why we have so many codes we have it. So what are the codes? I just want to go through this particular codes. So what I'll do, I'll select this particular code. Business, I have selected it. And just right click. I want to see view references for the business theme. I want to study about business theme. Okay. So entire content right now that you're seeing right now, what it has done, whether it's 5 articles, 50 articles, 100 articles, it gathered by using algorithm, by using AI. It kept it all entire data related to business theme or different codes under that. Now, as a researcher, what I'm going to do that, I'm going to copy it entire text. I'm going to copy it entire text. In case I have NVivo software, I'll go through it and I'll feel that this is very important for me. This is not very important for me. Whatever I feel, I'll start adding that my research work. That's how one can go ahead. For example, I want to see this particular reference. It's very interesting finding, but somewhere I felt a little bit knowledge is missing. Somewhere some gap is missing it. So I want to see this particular original file. If you click on this particular reference, it will take you to main data file. So this is basically talking about mapping of social enterprises in Gujarat, opportunities and challenges. Okay. So what this particular article is all about it, I can explore later on. Okay. Then it will show you from where you have coded it. Okay. It will highlight it. Coding highlights, code stripes, we have it. It will show the coded content that you have done coding part as a part of your article. It shows that coded, what are the codes were there. Honeybee is the name of the social enterprise, social incubation center. Astra Incubation Center, from where all I got coding part with regard to business, right? So once we start reading, once we start saving a particular Word file, if you go through it and you start taking which is important, which is not important, and you're going to, at the end of the day, you are going to start using your analytical skills for writing your review of literature part. Okay. Coming to the first part, we have done with the auto coding part. Now, there are so many features are available. So first, what I will do is not activated. So I'm selecting my files. Shift plus down arrow. Now you can see that file, this is activated. This particular code, this particular command is activated, menu bar. Now we have a number of options we have it. One is data visualization. Second one is query. So just let's go with a couple of options. In data visualization, we have options called word cloud. Word cloud basically it presents the data in the form of number of frequencies. Based on the frequency, it presents which concept is coming higher number of times. It will present in the form of particular chart. I'll show you what is particular word cloud. Just select the word cloud. Just click on word cloud. Now, I want to create a word cloud for all these 6 files. Okay. Or I can also create word cloud for a particular file. So there are a number of options are available. Whether you want to select all the files, or you want to select a particular file, or you want to select a particular folder. But I want to select all the files as a part of this particular literature. Selected all the files, and out of that it is presenting word cloud. Now here it is showing the display. It is showing top 1000 most frequent words. We don't have that much of most 1000 most frequent words. So I'm going to present 100, or I can say that 50 words. I can present 50 words. Second one, the word minimum length. For example, if I'm keeping 3, like words like it, is, on, off, and, are, you, all these things will come. But they don't have any particular value. It won't be helpful much for us. I'm looking for some concepts which are most emerging, most frequent words in that. So if you can keep minimum 4 or 5, that will be helpful. You can keep 4 or 5 so that you will get some good concepts. That is one important aspect. First, you need to decide this particular word cloud, how many words you want to display. Whether you want to display 50 words, you want to display 100 words, 200, 1000. Then there's options called exact matches. For example, exact match means top. It will come. It will identify, for example, entrepreneurship. It will see entrepreneurship is one word, enterprise is another word, entrepreneur is another word, entrepreneur. So it will identify terms. Okay, as the exact terms, it will identify entrepreneurship means entrepreneurship only. Whereas when it comes to STEM words, if I select the STEM word, talking means, it will identify entrepreneurship one word. Under entrepreneurship, it will identify all the words like enterprise, entrepreneurs, enterprises. I'll show you that part. Right now, I'm selecting in order to differentiate how it is showing it. First, right now, exact match. Right now, I'm choosing exact match. Okay. Now, after choosing the step that you want to choose, click on Run Query. It will going to show top 50 most frequent words. It is going to display. And one other important thing what we have done is that we have kept minimum. Each word should be minimum 5 letters, 5 characters. Below 5 characters, it won't show that. It will exclude all the characters. So it shows that entrepreneurship is the most frequent word. Depends on the size. The size it indicates that this particular word is most frequent. Then we have social, business, waste, and see here, entrepreneurship is one word, entrepreneurs is one word, enterprise is one word, enterprises is another word. Okay, so it is it's taking every word as a separate. Now what I'll do here, I'll keep it here, talk with stemmed words like talking means it will come like enterprises, entrepreneur, entrepreneurship, everything will come considered as a one word. Looking at the number of words that we have, I'll keep it this time 100 words. Okay, now just run the query. I think the colleagues, other friends, I hope you are able to do it along with me simultaneously. If you're not practicing it, uh, it won't be much helpful. If you practice it, that will be really helpful. Okay. Just look at this particular summary here. Just look at this particular summary here. We have social, socialism, socially, entrepreneurship, entrepreneurship. Okay, then enterprise, enterprises, enterprising. So entrepreneurship and entrepreneurship is considered as one word. Business, businesses, businesses is considered as one word. Enterprise, enterprises, enterprising is considered as one word. When it comes to right now, we have when it comes to innovators, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just look at our word cloud. Innovators. So when it comes to STEM words, talking, it takes different terms as a one word. Okay, based on this particular summary, if you look at the summary, you will understand it. Now there is one more synonym. There is another one synonym. For example, see how it is going to present the synonyms here. Look at the synonyms. It is taking some time to process it. It will present in the form of word cloud. Right now, we are seeing summary. In summary, you can see the length of the words. We have highest number of words repeated was entrepreneurship. Then we have organizations for most frequently repeated word. Then we have university management. Let me see the word cloud. This is a word cloud for synonym. We have it. So similarly, one can also check it other terms, specializations point of view. All terms related to one particular area, it will come under specialization, identify separate specializations point of view. Similarly, generalizations, it will communicate it. Mostly you can use STEM with talking or exact terms. This is the most frequently used run query, word cloud. Once we've done it, just I'll show you the cluster analysis this time. And we also have tree map. So these are very nice to present data in the form of most frequent words, most frequent occurring concepts in your literature. And after presenting it, one can be able to talk about it. Okay, I'm not going to talk about all 100 words. I'll talk about why entrepreneurship is most frequent and in which context they are talking about it, what they are talking. Okay, that way you can able to analyze your data here. Let me show you tree map. This is what we have seen tree map here. This is a tree map, got it. Okay. Structure of high word frequency movement form. Okay, this one. And if I want to see cluster analysis, it also identify the clusters and different similarities and patterns in your data. Okay, and we can also zoom it. Okay, you can also zoom and see that there are certain clusters which, based on some algorithms, it has categorized certain clusters. Cluster analysis is also very helpful to understand which are the concepts are interlinked In case we are not liking this particular the way it presented the data, I can also make some changes here. There are some models are available. I can present in this particular format as well. So these are the clusters we have. They're talking about, I can maximize it. Okay, and in case I don't like this one, I can present this particular format as well. I am sure some of you might have seen this is also most frequently used as a part of review of literature papers, data analysis papers. We have options like a circle graph is also available. This is a circle graph. It identifies clusters and is presenting in the form of a circle graph. And we have horizontal dendrogram, vertical dendrogram. Somebody asking how to download this data. Just right click on it. Just right click on anywhere of this particular graph. Just right click. There is an option called export. There is also an option called copy. So you can, by using this particular two options, for example, if I click on export diagram, and it will ask you where you want to save it. Okay, you can give the title. It will save in the form of JPG format. Okay, and similarly, tree map also, I can do that. Word cloud also, I can do that. Just export wherever you want to do it, export. And in case we are not liking this particular presentation, I have multiple options are available here. I can use this one. I can use, there are so many options are available. You know, whichever you think, you know, you can, whichever is looking good for you as per choice. Multiple options are available for us. We have to explore it. Please spend some time to explore it. Okay. So this is all about word cloud. Okay. Any questions with regard to the word clouds? Shall we go? Next one is text search. Next one is command text search. Okay. We have text search is one another important activity. Here, for example, I just got a lot of, imagine that I have around 100 files right now. I just want to look at a particular theory. There are 100 files. Hypothetically, just imagine that there are 100 files in my NVivo I have imported. I just want to know, I don't want to open any of the file. I don't want to open any of the file. But I want to understand which articles having this particular concept, like a particular theory or particular policy, particular act. For example, those are coming from law background. Those are referring 200 pages, 300 pages. If you want to go to that particular concept, there is an option called text search. There is an option called text search. Just click on it. Now, just like word cloud, it will also present the same format. Only thing is, it will take you to that particular concept. Only one concept will take. Now, I want to talk about education. Education. Okay. Just let me type theory. Okay, I'm just selecting all the files. I have selected all the files. Then terms, when it comes to stemmed words talking, I'm choosing it. I'll talk about this particular spread too and all when we are going to do it manual coding part. Tomorrow at the time of doing data analysis part, transcribing the data, I'll take at the time this particular question. What is spread coding? What is, I'll show you right now also, no issue. Just click on run query. So right now I want to search the term theory. I want to search all the codes, concepts related to theory in these particular articles. So I have given theory as a code, that particular concept I want to search from all the files. Okay, I'll put it like run query. There are 4 files out of 6. 1, 2, 3. Out of 6 files, there are 4 files which are talking about theory. There are 17 references when it comes to this particular article. There are 7 references in this particular article. There are 5 references in this particular article. Let me go back what is particular theory it is talking about it. You can go to, this is a summary. These are the references. These are the references from the perspective of organizational theory, why social entrepreneurship. So I would just want to understand what this particular context is all about it. I can see in 2 ways. One is I can click on this particular reference. It will take me to this particular article. Second one, I will just want to read here itself. Instead of reading this particular one line, I want to read at least one paragraph. So what I'll do it here, spread to broad context. Spread to broad context. I have selected spread to broad context. Again, I'm running the query. This time, the entire paragraph is coming here. The entire paragraph is coming. Means I just don't want to see only one particular word. Okay, I also want to see the context of the particular theory, the context of the particular word, the particular code. There is one more option, narrow context. For example, I have given the title here as a theory. If I click narrow context, it will present 5 words before the theory, 5 words after the theory. Just let's see what it is. Okay, just clicking on narrow context. I have selected the word theory. I have spread it to narrow context. Run the query. Just somebody interested, you can count the words. For example, theory is here, and it will come up around 5 words, minimum 5 words before that. Similarly, here we have before the theory, after the theory. I think there are more number of words, but it's supposed to come narrow. Basically, to present some data before the theory, some data after the theory. Okay. Similarly, you can see here, this is a theory. There are words before and after. This is a narrow context. And we also have options like custom. I'm just keeping, instead of 5 words before and after, I just want to know entire surrounding paragraph, the particular concept, the particular word. Okay. Or if I want to select the entire text also. So right now I'm selecting surrounding paragraph of the particular character. Run. After selecting it, just click on run query. Now you are able to see that theory is the word here. It is giving the surrounding paragraph, entire paragraph of this particular. It is equal to broad context. Okay. Now what I will do, I'll just copy entire stuff or whatever is showing, and I'll go through it. I'll copy it in a particular Word document, and I'll identify which is relevant, which is not relevant. Okay. Then I'll start. When it comes to references, I can go directly to references. Okay. So this is how one can able to text search query. You can, if you want to select particular only particular file, that is also possible. Okay. One can do the only with particular file itself, and you can run the query instead of selecting all the files. I selected only one particular file, and there is only one word, one reference is there. That's the title of this cell. Okay, so this is how one can do it. Auto coding part. Okay, now manual coding is there. Queries we have done. What query? Hierarchy charts, cluster analysis, matrix. We have done it. Right now, I just shown you. These are some of the things we have discussed today as a part of the session. How to import the files manually. Also, with the help of using reference managers like Mendeley. I have used only Mendeley. Some of you those are using Jotaro or any other software. You might have done it. Otherwise, please try. And after importing the files, we have done with auto coding. As a part of manual coding, I have taught you. We have discussed about 2 types. Tomorrow, with the help of the data transcription, I'll show you a few more options how one can do the coding part. And queries, we have done it. Word query, text search query, hierarchy chart, sunburst chart, cluster analysis, tree map, word cloud map, text search. So these are all we have done as a part of it. At the end of the day, one point is very clear. Once we have done the entire coding part, like, okay, we have to go to references and you have to copy all the particular references in a particular Word document. Okay, and you can start reading it. You can start highlighting which is important, which is not important. Then at the end of the day, as a researcher, you are going to use your analytical skills. That is all about, it is only facilitating to come up some coding part, identifying the themes. Other than that, rest of the part as a researcher, you are going to do that. As I have shown you a couple of files, review of literature files, one can create various visualizations with the help of NVivo. So this is all about today.